what about uh, a draft with one of these packs, one of these cons of Tarkir,
Okay.
and then a pack of Onslaught,
All right. And then like
And-
Time Spiral.
and then Time Spiral, where only blue gets morphs, except for a Chroma. She could still also have morph. Although that would be Planar Chaos then. Yeah, Planar Chaos.
I think if we somehow curated the morphs to fit the cons of Tarkir morph rules, then perhaps.
Yeah, that's the thing is that there are a number. Almost all the old morphs do not care about that specific rule.
Is this Skirk Marauder or is it the other one with First Strike?
It was Shaper Parasite. Your choice didn't matter.
Oh no.
Anyways, what are we doing today?
We're doing cons.
We are ignoring set themes in the land of the Grey Ogre and opening a bomb and then casting it and picking all of the color fixing that we can and just playing every card.
Yep, this is a format that myself and Kaz, hello Kaz,
Yep.
and Gnomebitten, hello Gnomebitten.
I'm here. I never really was. This was your baby. It wasn't really mine.
I know.
So I think I technically drafted this set more than any other set except for Shadowmoor.
It was a hell of a set. I think most of the like drafts you have that are still recorded, like that
Yep.
still exist, are of this format.
Something about it just tickled my itch, and I'm like, yeah, this is great.
Very specifically, it says Cons of Tarkir, and you might think like, oh, Cons of Tarkir and Fate Reforged. No!
Not Fate Reforged.
No Fate Reforged, because Fate Reforged makes for a really kind of crap format, because...
And you open a really bomb rare, and then you play only 2 colors, which is opposed to this set, where you open Altar of the Brood and play...
Oh god, we're gonna see Altar of the Brood today!
Yeah, but because it's Phantom, you don't have to
Oh my
pollute
God.
your card pool with it, so that's actually an upside.
Yeah.
You don't have to...
Hey, Amaz is in this. We played Amaz.
We could.
Or about Icicle. Or the Lord Tupperware. Okay, Johnny Hot Sauce. Okay. Johnny Hot Sauce with
Hey.
10 undefeated trophies.
Holy
You know what
shit.
you're doing, Johnny Hot Sauce.
Wait, did we get... I think we got killed by Johnny Hot Sauce at one point.
I'm pretty certain we've played Johnny Hot Sauce before. That name seems too familiar. But yeah, so Cons of Tarkir, the quick talk about it. This is a format that myself and Kaz have drafted a ton back when it was the new format. This is a format that is a 3-color format. It's the opposite of Shards of Alara in the color combos. It has... So they're enemy wedges, I guess is the quickest description.
Yeah, they call them wedges. So you have like a color and its 2 like opposing colors.
Yep.
As the wedge, rather than a color and its 2 complements.
Yeah. So as far as mechanics, every wedge has its own mechanic, and then there is the shared mechanic of Morph. Being you can play a card with Morph face down as a 2/2, and then morph it up for its Morph cost. The important note about this format is that there was a rule about morphs, in that a morph needed to cost 5 mana to flip up in order to flat kill another morph.
To kill a 2/2.
Yeah, to kill another, to kill a 2/2. You could morph up and like block a 2/2, but you wouldn't kill it. You could
To eat a 2/2, you had to morph up for 5 or more.
Yep. So
not all morphs are created equal. And we all, of course, remember the names of the wedges, like Anna. That's the only one I remember. What are the other ones? I remember Anna.
Onodiga, Raka.
Rayak is a Raka disciple.
Raka disciple. Although the one that
shoot.
Yeah.
As far
Seta, Dega.
Seta is one, yes.
When I hear that, I think Volver,
and then Junk.
And Junk. That one didn't. It was weird that one didn't get a weird name, but
yeah. That's probably all of them.
Yeah. So of the color combos we're gonna be seeing here, it's gonna be exciting. There's a lot of different directions. These are all phantoms, so there's no point in keeping any of the cards or picking for value here. What have we got here? Master of Pearls.
Master of Pearls is a good one.
Oh,
I think he's a trap. I don't actually like him.
okay. So okay? Island below the cut. Just checking that.
Like, for instance, I think Abzan Guide is better than him.
Really?
Yes.
I see.
Like, okay, it's hard to go wide in this form. There's not a lot of token maker. You have to be like on Goblin Slide or whatever.
You have to be on Ponyback.
Yeah, Ponyback Brigade. The
Yeah.
same
Oh
as
yeah,
Abzan
Ponyback Brigade.
Guide, but in the
The-
other.
Well,
That's the card that goes with
okay,
Master of
so-
Pearls. So
yeah. There's Master of Pearls. There's Debilitating Injury.
yeah.
AO fucking K.
There is, if you wanted to be like the Planster, both Quiet Contemplation and I think Care Bloodsucker are both like plan cards.
Well, I think debilitating injury is just the strongest removal piece in here. The biggest thing that with Master of Pearls that I do like is that even on like its normal play, we're looking at a bear.
I guess that's not bad.
I think that's enough for me to.
As far as plans go, I mean, Act of Treason was right there.
Yeah.
There's another one. We could add both. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
the
Mr.
Ponyback Brigade. All right.
Okay.
Maybe the
don't
pick.
hate
Although
it.
Mardu Heartpiercer is kind of an FTK.
Yeah, this is like the fakest FTK that ever did, but it gets things
Kills a
done.
Morph.
I guess. So there's Ponyback Brigade, Jeskai Banner, just for the like.
Yeah. Heir of the Wilds.
We could play Bant. Yeah.
Well, Heir of the Wilds is a strong attacker in the sense that it's like this is a bear with Death Touch that gets +1/+1 if you control a 4-power creature.
Oh, right. Plus, we could play in Junk. Yeah, we don't have to be Bant.
Yeah. But like Ponyback Brigade or Mardu Heartpiercer are both interesting ways. Scion of Glaciers is very strong and is this card that's like hella strong, but you like very rarely play it in this format.
You kind of have to
because
like ignore the theme of the set in order to play that card.
I'm gonna try
you
out the
reward for it.
Heartpiercer.
Ponyback's a common.
The Dragon Grip.
Wow.
Although, could just be a injury pickup here.
Wait, Dragon Grip. What?
Dragon Grip. If you control a 4-power creature, you can cast it at Flash. It's +2/+0 and first strike.
Uh-huh.
Bloodfire
It's
Expert.
Okay.
See,
Yeah.
Bloodfire Expert, he's
Yeah.
part of the plan, okay?
Friend of the
Love that
show,
guy.
Bloodfire Expert. Could just pick up injury though, and
Love-
like put
love
ourselves
Tarkir.
in.
Yeah, the singing bell strike that is removal until it isn't.
Mhm.
I remember this one.
Yeah.
It's still very
Enables
good.
prowess. It's not bad.
Yeah. I kind of want to. Seeing debilitating injury here makes me like that. Also, there's some other a lot of strong stuff in
Like,
here.
I do think that debilitating injury is first pickable.
Yes, that's
We've
the
gone through like 2 other cards that people think are better than this.
one of them's the rare. Like so, okay, but one of them was not the rare. So it's like, well,
They got
what?
it right. They got Dune Blast.
Oh boy, we could have
Yeah.
had 2 Quiet Contemplations.
I hate that card though. Like quiet contemplation is the like horrible goblin
It's the
slide.
bad Goblin Slide. Like, why would you want this? Goblin Slide is already super marginal. I accept that.
Now you play both, and then your goblins are tappers.
So we're looking at black, red, and white cards primarily.
Yep, at the moment, and which could move if maybe we don't want to play Heartpiercer, maybe we see something.
So how's Flying Vigilance?
Yeah, the Kieran is okay.
That thing does well. It blocks morphs. It has a reasonable size. I like Leaping Master as well, but I don't know if I like it more than just like the Kieran.
I would rather just pay the 2 mana to have the thing always fly.
Yeah, I think my favorite thing in here is the Caesar over there. Or
Also,
Caesar's
Unyielding
Caesar's death.
Krumar is not good enough.
Ooh,
Ooh, the Rough Rider.
that's a reason
Or-
to be hanging out in
Storm
these.
as well. That's an Assassinate, but Mardu Rough Rider.
Yeah, also Sultai Scavenger.
Oh, or Sultai Scavenger. Those are good
Yeah.
picks.
He's good.
Huge.
Comments. It's pretty big.
Oh.
There's nothing I super like in all this. I mean, I admit that the Rough Rider is big,
Yeah.
but like he's competing with the 5-cost flip up morph turn, you know.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of stuff that can.
The thing I like about picking the Rough Rider out of this is that it is it is what we have right now, and it's a strong reason to be in what we have right now.
Plus, it does help you do raid.
Yes.
It helps you attack.
Okay, how you doing?
Oh my god.
Can we like splash blue for free weapon master?
I love a free weapon master. What
I
a
was like, this is kind of a dead pick because like either we're picking that or
Like,
Inox
Summit
Tracker.
Prowler isn't the worst thing in the world.
It's not. It's okay. Summit Prowler, one of my favorite changes when they have dragons of Tarkir, where somebody took 3 seconds to Photoshop a dragon right there. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Oh, that is such garbage. Now, so you might be thinking, hey, what the hell? Why are these guys picking so many colors and like not even glancing twice at it? That's kind of this format. Morph allows you to play things for generic mana. So
Hold on, what do you
can just kind of do it.
It's just you have to have 1/1 counters for this to work.
Okay, more. This is got it. Oh, right, Soren's somewhere in this set. Forgot about that.
Yep, he's looking for Ugin.
Yeah.
He's climbing Skull Step Steep to do it.
Finally, time to pick a banner.
Yeah,
I like Banner a lot.
Yeah.
It's even the our banner, for God's sake.
Yeah. Nothing else in here really like this could be very strong in not like
that would be the Abzan.
Yeah, if you had that guy, the 1 mana whatever, the chess guy Wind Scout,
the 1 mana 0/4.
Yeah,
the one without last
builds up.
Yeah, that guy makes that card like
but that's the strength of the 1 cost 0/4 Outlast. Not the strength of some jank ass enchantment that requires you to have creatures who have +1/+1 counters, despite there being only one way to do that in this set.
How about the Fire of Cavalry never really did well for me from memory. This thing has a really expensive activation, and the mana fixing is something we
very important.
Absolutely are going to need.
Oh, what is the speed of our deck? Are we a active treason or are we just a kick? We have some people who kick okay.
Kick was always a card that I was never super excited to be including.
I liked Swift Kick when I had a whole bunch of prowess guys.
Yeah, we don't really have that in here.
Like a 2/3s and 5/4s kick okay, especially so they kick as 3/3s. But
I want to have one of active treason in any red deck that I. Less interested in the second one, but
a couple options in here. Scion late means that blue is still an option. Salt Road Patrol and Shambling Attendants.
Could be salty. Could pick up.
God, how
that's hard to splash. Hard that Scion of Glacier.
Yeah, I love the card.
You can't just slide into blue. Oh my god, not that much blue.
I kind of wanna, but like that's too heavy of a slide.
Is Singing Bell Strike enough or blue? Okay, Bloodfire Expert's kind of playable.
Bloodfire Expert is a reasonable creature, and we currently have Morph on 3.
Yeah, that's so our curve is fake right now because like it will be a lot of 3s. Sure, let's pick up this Bonkin. It's a fine morph.
He's a lot like the red card that's worse. That guy right there, the Canyon Lurkers.
Yeah.
Tomb of the Spirit Dragon.
Yeah, this is a league, so we're not really gonna. They hate draft.
They don't.
Crackle Doom.
Crackle Doom.
We got the best card in our colors.
Crackle Doom. So, as far as this draft format goes, they actually do not offer the 8-person like draft pods with this. Also, holy heck.
Yep, Ice Feather Aven, the debilitating injury. We got the disowned ancestor and Jeskai student as okay card.
Yeah, I want to have a Jeskai student at some point.
Same.
Look, I know the sock puppet.
I know.
Sock puppet. Look at and Valley Dasher, which a card which would be completely amazing in other formats, but is very bad in this one.
So the existence of a lot of morphs means that people like are ready to fight a lot of morphs. So you get. This format has a lot of creatures that are toughness based. From
2/3s and
from memory, I remember the 0/4 wall or the 0/5 wall being all over the place. Oh, hey.
Ooh, just okay. It's a bloodstained mire. Sadly, this is a
Phantom
event.
Which is why it got passed. That wouldn't have been in there if this was not a Phantom event.
Well, they're probably picking it for fixing, but that suspension field is rather good.
This could just be better than a mire, because again, I'm not picking that to keep.
And it only fixes for 2 colors. Like, it's less good than a Bloodfell Caves.
This is the only card in here, like...
Yeah.
Force Away, which is... Get off your horse. Treasure Cruise, banned in most formats.
Force Away, or that moment where you grab your opponent's Force of Will card out of their hand and throw it in the trash because you're so frustrated. Force Away.
Another Bloodfell Caves. Sultai Scavenger.
Bring low.
Yeah, Bring Low, which generally gets the job done. Expensive, but gets the job done.
To kill a creature or kill a big creature. Or just fixing. We probably want fixing.
I'd be more into that if that was literally one of the other two that wasn't Bloodfell Caves. If that was Skull Step or
yeah, Skull Step Steep.
Or I actually forget what the plateau one is.
The Black Land?
It's Banjo Plateau-y.
Ah,
Yeah.
Wait, what land are you trying to think of?
red, the one that
The red-white
yeah.
Bloodfell Caves, but right? We like never picked it.
No, I know what it is. It's
I
not the
don't.
Skull Step Steep, but it is.
Right, that's the black-white one.
It's something Sands, I think. Okay, there's Goblin
Brave the
Slide.
Sands.
My heart. We're not a Goblin Slide deck. We just aren't.
Not really.
It saddens me.
Really, this is kind of an empty pack.
There's the banner. I don't hate it.
Yeah, I'm a fan of having more of these on-color banners that I can make things work with. Linsguard Crag, thank you. Also,
I know we've picked that card a lot.
Then this morph, which is just
Duh.
no.
All of the morphs have a special ability. I mean, all that cycle has a special ability, and that one's ability is being huge.
Yep.
Yeah, all the others are like, we've got cool effects. We can +3 power.
Oh, Monastery Flock. That's the 05 wall that you were talking
Yeah,
about,
that's one of them. Archer's Parapet is the other one that comes immediately to mind.
I think Ifrit Weapon Master is the best of that cycle.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, here's Skull Step Steve.
Check out that tiny little skull.
Look at the top right of the pack, everyone. It's the card we were arguing about before they started the draft.
Okay, we're in none of the Skullkin colors, so I don't need to, like... I will mention Smite the Monstrous here as, like, you know...
I agree on Smite the Monstrous is a strong card, but at this point I feel like part of this format is being able to cast your dang cards, you know?
Yeah.
In experience,
Krumar is a late pick. You can find Krumars. Don't worry about him.
Warden of the Eye, pretty good. Hardened Scales made people play a worse version of Affinity in Modern.
I believe Hardened Scales is the most expensive non-fetch land card out of the set right now.
Holy crap.
That deck is really bad. I don't understand why. Experience has taught us that you're going to get your unyielding Krumars, and then you're not going to play them because you just kind of don't want to.
We are seeing our color combinations disappear pretty swiftly here.
I mean, except the banner, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know if I want a third banner.
How bad is Einok Tracker?
Medium.
Guy.
Yeah. Hell, do we want a Mind Rot?
Maybe.
You could pick a Jungle Hollow.
Like, we have literally any delve, so I think Rakshasa's Secret ain't that bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna set that to the side as a reasonable, like, sideboarding option.
We got Sidisi's Pet. We got the Leaping Masters. Okay. We got
here's
Krumar.
here's the other wall I was talking about that is part of what slows this format down. Is this 05 that?
That's a good card.
Yeah, I like Leaping Master actually a pretty decent amount. Like early, it trades with morphs. Late, it does allow you to have some sort of evasive threat. Cove is also something I could pick up if I wanted to actually make a free Weapon Master more real.
Yeah, like a Plains upgrade there.
Yeah.
Or if we were just preparing to abandon our current plan.
Yeah. Okay, well, maybe... Ooh, Trumpet Blast as well.
We do have a. We don't have a.
Yeah, we don't have a
We
pony
didn't
back.
pick the pony back brigade.
Yeah, it was pick 2. I ended up picking the Heart Piercer over that, which the speed of our deck means that the Heart Piercer's okay, not great. 20-turn clock wall.
We have like the Alabaster Kieran to help turn it on.
Yeah.
I want to pick up maybe the land or maybe the Mystic. Like, do you want to pick the color or do you pick the?
Hey.
Yay, student!
Okay, so white is that tells me white's probably open. That's a rather good card.
Yeah, I'm happy enough to have that. We have enough. It makes me feel like Defiant Strike is for real enough. So that's good. I feel pretty decent on. Yeah, heck, maybe I can pick up some more of those. I don't really care about everything else in this pack. There's this nice cycle of reveal a X-colored card from your hand to flip up.
Don't have Roost, which is the good one.
Mm-hmm.
Canyon Lurkers is a funny card. That's what I'll say about Canyon Lurkers.
Yo, 5-2.
Yep. Wow.
Want to pick up Jeskai Wind Scout?
Sure.
You've got Defiant Strike and a Bloodfire Expert. What if the deck suddenly becomes differenter?
I'm sorry. I'm starting to worry.
Yeah, I'm starting to get this
Guys,
message.
Don't lose sight of Crackling Doom here.
No. Here's the thing: is like with Mardu Banner, Scoured Barrens, and Bloodfell Caves. If we're splashing black in a Jeskai deck, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, so I think that's what we're actually doing. Like, and most of our black cards, except Primar Bondkin, are word
Alright, no,
splashing.
hey, I did say, pick all the most powerful things and just...
All right, yo, what do you do?
Kung Fu fish.
Kung Fu serpent.
Kung Fu fish.
Yeah,
Yes.
so Pearl Lake Ancient was the control finisher of the day
Mhm.
in Constructed, because it's like, this unassailable wall, you can get a whole bunch of stuff. Hordling Outburst is the backbone of the Goblin Slide deck, getting even more Goblin.
That would be a card that would go with the Master of Pearls that we have hanging out.
There's also Ponyback Brigade.
Our warrior
Sort of
account
suicide.
is kind of low, so I don't think we have to buy the whole seat, even though we only need the edge.
Yeah, you paid for the whole chief, but
We also have the combat trick. God, this is a strong. This is a strong pack. Is what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Could be the bird, or it could be Hordling Outburst.
Yeah, Hordling Outburst is oddly like something I think is what I'd want to be in any version of this deck. Hordling Outburst is strong. So is Feat of Resistance.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Which one do we want?
We stand at a crossroads, gentlemen.
Here it is.
The advent of us, two of our double lands fixed for black. So if we want to pick one, we should pick the monastery.
Yeah. Also,
Wait, obviously, this opens us up to Scaldkin, so I should be all over.
the best morph.
Yep, Willie Loxodon.
Oh, the Crusher is here. Also,
that guy was also just okay to cast.
Big Bear. This thing's so huge. Everything lost to it. All right. I'm going to accept this. I might not be playing that Wind Scout. That's a little bit too like funky to be splashing, but like Warden of the Eye picking back up, even if it's just picking up like a Defiant Strike or debilitating injury or Crackle Doom again is sweet. And Weapon Master is something we can hide if we don't have the colors for. So it's a lot easier for us to ooh.
Hey, Assault Zeppelin.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. Also,
Grandma.
Kung Fu Grandma.
Kung Fu Grandma. And Mardu Hate Blade, which is one of the good one-drops in this format. Like, it's weird. So this is worse than, like, a Sedge Scorpion or not a Sedge Scorpion, Sedge Scorpion or Typhoid Rats. But in this format, like, works...
He's a warrior here to enable your turn 2 raid.
Yep.
So that you can hunt some skulls.
Yeah.
That was a card I hated until eventually I didn't.
Another Rough Rider or a Bloodfell Caves.
Okay,
Jeskai Wind Scout.
We have 24 picks, so at this point we're improving the deck rather than like we have 2 banners for Wind Scout.
I would see Rough Rider as almost an improvement over the damn Bondkin.
Oh, easily. So like, if you wanted to pick an improvement card, we could. I don't think we need another black fixing land. Is maybe the reason.
Yeah. I like him well enough. I mean, he's scaled worm. That's pretty big.
Yeah, which
And if we have a second one, then we don't mind like trading off the first one.
yeah,
Right?
and they even get stronger in multiples because like all of a sudden half your team, like
Yeah.
literally half your team can't block. Another Wind Scout. Okay, my goodness. I guess we should have been Jeskai the whole time. That's all
Also
right.
we got some removal here if we wanted it either.
Wait, what does Arrow Storm even do?
So that's
Four-
4 damage and 5 if you had raid, and if it's 5, it's like unpreventable. Like, but
So it's like
okay.
removal pre-combat and lava axe post-combat is often how the card plays out.
yeah, I wouldn't feel too bad about having one of those.
Could also
Pick up.
the Wind Scout and be a little more. That would increase our blue count to 4.
God, it's tough. Yep, Ken. Hang on here.
But, okay, 1-drop.
Well,
Either pick an Arrow Storm, or I guess Wind Storm.
Windstorm. Yeah,
there
we
are a
have
lot of storms on
Storm.
This
Yeah, this is look. There's a lot of
our
bad
flying
weather.
Our flying count's kind of low. Windstorm could be a card we would want, to be quite honest.
No.
But I would rather have the Arrow Storm.
Why on earth?
You know, green's a color I have no fixing for, right?
No, I didn't know that. My brain
okay.
was like,
Green is literally the only color I cannot fit.
I'm almost sorry I mentioned.
don't
it.
make fun of me.
No.
I'm not. So I think this is between like Leaping Master, Arrow Storm, and Sage Eye Harrier.
I think I do want an Arrow Storm. I passed up the first one. Sure. I think having the second is worth it. Ponyback?
Okay.
Hey.
Or we could pick the Windstorm so that we can
real?
know that we can pick Greenland. Now that I've had the idea in my head, I kind of like it now. Why not just have your sideboard cards be uncastable in your main deck?
That's a plan. Windsguard Craig also being very powerful there.
See, there's the Rugged Highlands. See, I was predictive.
I'm gonna grab Singing Bell Strike.
Not the worst.
Yeah, we picked a forest.
Oh.
Wow, more Ponyback?
Sure.
Like the first one that we saw disappeared completely. Like so.
Where's our? I miss that active tracing where a trumpet blast now, but there was no way of knowing that.
Nah.
It's fine.
I'm happier with the act. And it wasn't like it was between active treason.
Well, here's
and,
the thing. We still have a
our first pick.
Our first pick. We still
right. Well, that's why I was actually happy to see the Ponyback array.
Yeah. That's the entire point that you were talking about, Cass.
We're all in agreement. Let's pick a bird.
We often argue for minutes on end about how we agree on something. So
that's true.
It doesn't surprise me exactly.
That's because we all see through different prisms of light that is our lives. We have yours, which is a little twisted and a little unreasonable, but very handsome. And you have Jen's, who is mostly reasonable but greedy. And then you have me, who's tired. And together we form.
Wait. Are we like those Transformers who would like flip their heads to say who's like declared innocent and then you get killed? And then
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I like it.
Absolutely.
God, I guess okay. So the next time you do a movie stream, Gnome, what I'm gonna put on there is suggest to you rather is Transformers the movie, the animated movie.
I know that one because it was. Everybody knows it as Orson Welles' last performance.
it does feature
Orson Welles
as a planet-sized, planet-eating monster.
Okay, I agree on that as well, but I want to ask a question on this deck, and that question is, what colors are we?
I think we're building this one in we pick our most powerful cards, and then our second most powerful cards, and then our third most powerful cards, and that will lead us to our future.
I think the answer is, like, I'm just splashing Warden of the Eye and a Freak Weapon Master, not worrying about this stuff.
Yeah, if we need like more removal, we can board in the Bell
more
Strikes.
flying, frankly. I think that's the direction to take. Because
Yeah.
we already have like debilitating injury for a Singing Bell Strike. We have Arrow Storm, I guess, for a Singing Bell Strike. We never got a Bring Low or a Smite Monstrous, and that's kind of frustrating. But yeah.
So I'm gonna start putting in cards here. Swift Kick.
I was really glad to get Hordling Outburst and Ponyback Brigades. I think that did a whole lot for us.
Debilitating Injury, and then these two. And then, like, I'm going to put these two in at the moment for now, and then I don't actually want Grimar Bondkin. This is my least favorite of that cycle.
Yeah, nobody likes Grimar Bondkin. Okay, so we're at 28.
Yeah, so taking these out for the moment. They'll be back in, don't worry. Yo, this is weird, by the way.
How they stacked those?
No, I don't know if I've actually specifically talked about how Magic Online has, like, made its own Magic card back.
Yeah, they did that. I first saw that because of Bomat Courier, because Bomat Courier makes cards face down.
Oh right.
But you don't see them.
Okay, so sort by group creatures separately, and then this is what we look like. Okay, so.
Right, with first question is always the first question with cons drafts. Do you feel comfortable enough with our land picks to only play one banner? Because we don't.
No, I would absolutely cut Active Treason and Swift Kick before I cut banner number 2.
I also sort of feel like at least Active Treason, but
oddly enough, I would cut Swift Kick before I would cut Mardu Banner, and I don't want to cut the Active Treason yet.
Okay.
But the idea still stands in that I believe that the banners are necessary. Here's one of the things. Here's actually a really neat thing about this deck. We are Boros. You take a look at what we actually have going on here. We have this has Morph, this has Morph, this has Morph, and then we have some 5-drops, some 6-drops, and then some removal spells that break the mold that have a single black in their mana cost, and everything else is white-red. Everything else.
Okay, so we're the High Spire Mantis deck. I got you.
Yeah.
The reason I was looking at the banners though is because we do have 5 other plays on 3, actually 6 other plays on 3, other than like taking our turn to make the banner. But I do realize that we're not glutted full of lands. So the fixing is important.
In Pack 3, we did make a couple choices over. What I'm thinking, honestly, maybe cutting one of those Sultai Scavengers, maybe a Bloodfire Expert, because as you said, Glut of 3s, and that's the one I'd be least.
How about a Defiant Strike? You have like the Jeskai student that really likes them, but everyone else.
Yeah, I picked those up thinking we have the Jeskai, the flyer in our sideboard, and they're a lot better for that, for being hyper aggressive.
I'd say one Sultai Scavenger can go away very easily because the first one sort of makes the second one worse.
Yeah,
because you already dealt away all your relevant plays.
Right, Defiant Strike also does play weird double duty, and it's obviously a prowess trigger, but it's also.
Okay, if you do cut a Bloodfire Expert, absolutely cut a Defiant Strike, because.
Okay, I think that's what we do.
Behind that.
Okay. Play except strikes is card 41 and 42. I don't think I would go that far, because say I'm playing a 17 land deck and I add in Defiant Strikes as cards 41 and 42, I'm gonna have some really awkward looking hands where I'm just gonna be mana light with the strikes, and I guess this is a problem I used to years and years and years and years ago when I explained this to a friend of mine. I called it the Jar of Greed problem. This was back when I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in 2006 or 5. where they wanted to be able to get to their best cards faster, so they added more copies of a card called Jar of Greed, which is a trap card that just said draw one card. But they by adding these cards, their deck was like 45, 46 cards.
Yeah, so you're adding the cycling cards
In a
deck. In
deck,
fact, diluting your deck.
right, because the minimum size of a deck in that game is 40. So if you added the 41st card that just says draw a card, if that card were not there, the card you would have drawn was the next card on top.
Yeah. So
maybe that makes more sense in a game where there isn't a cost system, but here we do have one. So we're paying 1 mana for the privilege of cycling and so on.
Yeah,
that's why in this game, Gitaxian Probe has been banned from all formats it can be.
Yeah, the thing that also was important about Jar of Greed as a card was that it was a trap card, which in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! You need to place a trap card down on the table and then pass.
Yeah,
then it is now active.
Your opponent has to get you to draw your card, essentially.
So it's like a Mishra's Bauble rather than a Gitaxian Probe. Which, you play Mishra's Bauble in a 60-card deck, you don't play Mishra's Bauble in a 63-card deck or something like that. That's all.
Okay, well, what's the name of that principle in Magic? The Xerox... It's like for every
Turbo Xerox.
Yeah, Turbo Xerox. For every 4 cantrips you play, like, you can play down a land. I think but it's the same principle. Since you have all these cards that cycle,
I'm not going to miss Salt Road Patrol either.
Same. And then final cut. We're at 24, and this is absolutely with like this top end, like a 17 land deck. So
okay, our removal is Suppression Field, Mardu Heartpiercer, Swift Kick, Aerostorm, Crackling Doom, Depilating Injury.
Oh, right. These are up here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to count my removal, seeing if we could cut Swift Kick.
Yeah, like the problem with the whole fight thing is that our guys aren't very, very tough.
Yeah, so okay. With modern Magic, for those who aren't familiar with Khans of Tarkir, you might see this card and think, like, without even reading it, like, or you might even read it and internalize it because of the mana cost as target creature you control gets +1/+0. It deals its damage to target creature you don't control.
It's a fight spell, though.
Because in current Magic, you pay like 2 mana. Like Ambuscade was this card.
Woof.
In Hour of Devastation, but it was 1 mana less, and the fight was one-sided.
Yeah.
Nowadays, the most common version of this card is 3 mana sorcery something, and then one-sided fight.
Yeah.
Man, I kind of miss the Hadoken. You remember that card?
No Soulspire. They don't print that card anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, red doesn't really even get those all those one-sided fight effects are green nowadays.
Green. Yeah. Basically because red gets direct damage, and so it has removal tools that are better.
It gets Lightning Strike at uncommon, and it gets... I'm still really mad about...
Wait, what? Lightning Strike got to uncommon?
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's been an uncommon for 2 sets now.
Alright, I think we have a deck, though. But yeah.
That made me sick to my stomach a little bit.
But I like...
I'm gonna catch back up with you guys.
There's the uncommon removal spell that was in M19 for red was 6 mana, deal 7 damage to target creature.
Yeah, Fiery Finish or something like that.
The black uncommon removal spell of that set is 5 mana, destroy target creature, gain 2 life.
Yep.
Alright,
and so this is what our deck looks like mana cost wise. With Sultai Scavenger probably fitting in like, down here. So
yeah, it's probably 4 or 5
so I want take a look at this, and then this is what the curve tells us. One of the things about this set in particular is that your curve, as the mana cost on the top right tells it, is not the whole story. So, anywho, we need to add some basics.
Yeah, we have to math out how many swamps we want, which might be like 1.
I was gonna say 2, because like we do have 7 black cards.
Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 main deck black sources. So yeah, 2 swamp sounds fine. Especially
To
since like we have most of our black is like at 5 or more.
yeah, that's the big thing is that we can hide it. And now, okay, next question. Island?
How many do we want Island? Because we've got 2 blue sources in the deck for 2 cards.
And one of them can just hide as a morph. Like,
Yeah.
if we never draw the island, a free weapon master will function as
So we've got
2/2.
4 lands. If we put in 2 swamps and an island,
That 5 and 5 splits us?
5 and Hive gets us 5, 6, 7, 8 white sources and 5, 6, 7, 8 red sources, not counting the banners. So yeah, that seems fine.
I'm okay with this. So, alright. We'll add those in. We have Hero Island. We've got 2 swamps, which this is the one if I'm questioning something, it might be like maybe we want the third, but having 2 banners makes that a lot better.
Yeah.
The
That's why the banners is why I was seeing if we could skate by with like 1 swamp.
Oh, that's
Rotating injury is why we need 2 swamps.
that and Crackle Doom are a little like obviously we don't really want to be casting Crackle Doom on 3, but I will.
Yeah, the question with Salt Brigade is I don't know what card's better or what it's worse than it. I think all of our Dirtle cards are.
Well, one of the things about it is that it would be the first card we'd be including that is playing a defensive role rather than an offensive role. Like, yeah, Alabaster Kieran can play a defensive role with Vigilance, but most of the time we're just accepting that it's like a 2/3 that flies that also makes morphs hesitate.
We're like a mid-range deck right now. Like we're not. I don't feel like we're directly aggressive, and I don't feel like we're directly control. I feel like we have some good reactive pieces and a lot of singular powerful threats.
Yeah, I'm very happy with how throw the bag of marbles
It became good. Like
it's very strong for us.
We picked it and then forgot about it because we thought our colors were gone, and then we ended up like 3 ponyback brigades or whatever.
Yeah, we have 2 ponyback brigades and a hordling outburst, which is just a ponyback brigade without the 2/2. So,
okay, I return.
All right, we have set up our mana. We're playing 2 swamps, 1 islands, 5 and 5 of the others.
Okay.
Which gives us 6 black sources in the deck for our.
Right, I see that both banners survived.
Yes.
Happy about that.
So, all right, let's go ahead and go. We are in a league, so we're going to be going 3 rounds.
I haven't got that noise yet.
Oh, I haven't been hearing any noises actually.
It's because I think he's just sharing with us.
Yeah, I'm showing the.
What?
I'm showing. Let me.
I do not mind.
Hold on.
I have Kaz
Yeah,
might
no.
want the noises.
I don't care about the noises.
Okay.
When you said that there was a Boam, and I didn't hear it, that's when I got concerned that there was some missing connection on my part.
When
there isn't. That's fine.
Ashi 13.
The really odd thing is, I don't know if like people in the call can mute the video without muting the person.
A little top heavy, but I do like what we have.
We do get Jeskai Student on 2, and we gain a life, I guess.
This is most of our colors.
Jeskai Student can block like anything. He's good.
Yeah, and also these are both pretty strong, like get back into a board cards, so
with how this format plays, I think this hand is about the same speed as it is most others. So
yeah, this is all over the place.
Our opponent might play another one of those on 2, and then play a on 2 with no text.
And Jeskai Student. Ooh, all right. Okay.
Followers the Jeskai way.
I like Suspension Field hanging out here. Suspension Field. So for those like. On this is exile target creature with toughness 3 or greater. This was like during the time period where they felt, and they still kind of I think honestly they could print Journey to Nowhere these days, and I wouldn't bat an eye. But
Yeah, this was
where they had to make like continuous fake Journey to Nowheres.
Yeah. I mean, they would put it at uncommon if they did it.
Oh my god! All right, so
found the target for suspension field.
yeah.
They did lots of experiments trying to find the best way to not make Journey of Nowhere. There was this, and then Silk Wrap.
Yeah.
Dragons.
Yeah.
But nowadays we get
Seal Away.
About Mantis Rider over there, they're quite good.
This is
Just look at that card.
This is a card that sees play in Modern.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody calls humans the best deck in Modern. I don't know if that's true, but it's a really, really good deck.
I don't know that everyone calls it that, but it is. There's like a million billion competitive decks in Modern.
Yeah. It's just that humans fights on every front.
It's the best deck, quote unquote, because it has like a 10% win percentage rather than a, like, ooh, good timing.
Aha! We stole the man, and then.
If you were feeling spicy, you could pre-combat attack. Who's going to block a Jeskai student coming in? But it's just 1 damage.
That's very close to a pulse check.
Yeah, I did consider it. Like, that was my pause before playing the Mantis, but felt that I wanted the Jeskai student as the
blocker,
defensive option if they fail to make their 5th land drop. If they make their 5th land drop, I will not block the Morph.
Hey,
that's a good card.
3 in, 3 out. I'm glad that
our opponent has shown us really good cards.
Yeah. So, a interesting point about Arc Lightning in this format is that this is one of the formats where it's at its, I guess, weakest, as weak as an Arc Lightning can be,
Right. I mean, it frequently just trades 1 for 1. Like you just saw, we have like 1 creature, it's 3 toughness, 1 spell takes care of it. It's a sorcery.
They decided they weren't blocking our
back brigade or whatever. Like, or not Goblin Slide. The Goblin spell.
Hordling Outburst.
Hordling Outburst. It's like I play Hordling Outburst. I play Arc Lightning. 1, 2, 3, and it's like okay, fine.
Arc Lightning can also often just be like a bad Searing Blaze. Like you kill a Morph and deal 1 to your opponent. But it's got lots of flexibility.
Yeah.
It's Arc Lightning.
Yeah, that's its biggest point of power. So Mardu Rough Rider's nice here. This is a good offensive creature that makes sure that, like, we're getting in for 5 with this if they don't have immediate removal. I
want to say there are like no counter spells in this whole format. There's like
is this
Disdainful
Stroke? Is that set or is that from?
It's this set. There's also Cancel.
Oh right, straight up cancel.
And Mind Swipe.
All right, look, my dude. I've got bad news about the power of Singing Bell Strike. I might be willing to pay 6.
The best part of Mind Swipe is that the art is a shaman wearing a dark helmet's head.
I think we can wait on that.
Yeah, wait till we actually get them to pay the 5 to flip that up and get...
Great. That said, I kind of want to attack them for 5.
We are holding the oldie Lava Axe.
Right, so hitting them for...
Type another 13.
And Crackle Doom is 2 points of burn, too.
Right. It's not like we're under super pressure from anything they're doing.
Yeah.
We don't have to, like, play in fear.
Well, I guess here's the alternate I could do, and I'm proposing a different line. I could just play the 6th land, pass, and allow myself the ability to untap this on the end step, and then like then I'm a turn ahead of the untap. So rather than tapping out on my turn to make that attack for 5, I'm tapping out on like my end step to make it, meaning that I have a little bit more flexibility on my mana.
I don't hate that.
I mean, I grant you, but that doesn't hit our opponent for 5.
We're ahead right now. If our opponent flips on a free Weapon Master, we go down to 10.
No, the thing it targets another target creature. I don't think it can target itself.
Oh, I thought it could.
Can it?
Yeah, I remember. I'm checking.
I mean, he's a champion.
Yeah, I guess.
Right?
My mind says another on that card.
Yep, it is another. But even then, like...
All right.
Okay, so...
Is the extra point from our little guy gonna matter?
Yes.
I guess so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So it's just a master of the hidden way.
Wow, that actually is something that, like, if I would have, like, blocked Jeskai Student on there, would have had a really poor outcome.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the extra point there matters because it makes my next attack put them to 7, and we have 7 points of burn.
Mm-hmm.
So our opponent has spent 2 mana to make us spend 12 mana.
Wonder what's in their hand. I guess it could just be lands, couldn't it? Did they miss a land drop at some point?
No, yes they have, because we're up on lands right now.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to go 7. That's very important because we're, again, holding just 7 points of burn.
If they had, like, Force Away, they absolutely would have, like, used it, right? Like, as soon as we untapped our Rough Rider, they would have, like, bounced it.
Yeah, well, then that turns off the Singing Bell Strike too, but
like, it wastes
See,
so
this
much
is
of our
weird,
time.
because even if they play a blocker, it doesn't work, you know?
4...
So...
the hell do they have? Like, can they counter my...
Wait. Volcano Blowout. There's a fireball in this set.
Yeah.
Volcano Blood.
Crater's Claws.
Crater's Claws.
Crater's Claws.
That's Fireball +2 if you... It's Blaze +2 if you have a 4-power creature.
So even if they hit us one more time with their unblockable man, like, we still live through that, I think?
What if I, like, just Crackle Doom and attack with Jeskai Student alone?
Maybe attack it, like, then, when they don't block.
See, okay, so I think we're going to kill them if we make that play.
Right.
And we win this game, and we tell them a lot of information about, like, what we have in our deck. So we're like, we have the opportunity to play for information, which
I think that's extremely greedy.
Yeah, that's
well,
like,
you know.
and do
how many times have I had to sell you on something that's extremely greedy?
Yeah, but your sales pitch is don't kill your opponent, which is like
okay, fine.
Like
fine.
There's no.
I checked. There's the only flash creatures are Surek, Dragonclaw, and Pearl Lake Ancient, so I think we're okay.
Yeah, Pearl Lake costs 7, so.
And Surek, if they had a green source, would be reasonable, but man, that guy was great.
I think they might have a counterspell.
Funnily enough, Aerostorm pre or post combat is exactly the same. They have cancel.
Cool. We still have enough damage to kill him.
That's 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that.
I guess Aerostorm does the same amount of damage pre or post because of prowess. So
yeah, I'm gonna do it post because I think they might be more willing to kill this.
If they pre and they have like a force away or a kill spell, then they would like use.
They have a second cancel.
If they have the other thing here is that if they have a second cancel, they're at 5 and we have Rough Rider still. So
right.
Yeah, we have a Rough Rider that they can't really block with a cancel.
They could have it.
Hey, okay.
Hey.
Yeah, and that's the reason I went with the sorcery Crackling Doom, because with our opponent just passing on 6, they can't be on nothing.
So our opponent is on Master of the Hidden Way, Cancel, Arc Lightning, and Lightning Angel -1.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Do we have any? I think do we like Bloodfire Expert or Jeskai Wind Scout?
I actively dislike Bloodfire Expert against a foe who has Arc Lightning.
Is that a reason to?
Like, and that
We could take out the one we have and put in, I don't know, Krumar Bondkin or some nonsense.
yeah, something like that, or even like Salt Road, or the other
Giant
Sultai.
Strike.
The other Sultai Scavenger might not be the worst. But I do not like Bloodfire Expert against a foe with specifically Arc Lightning. That's a...
Like, we make a Morph and Bloodfire Expert.
What about
and
Salt
then
Road then?
Salty.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, they didn't do much, but their cards are pretty good. I think we won because we had removal for their powerful guy.
Yes.
Like,
And we had a big man. A big man and we flooded out. Both of us kind of flooded out a little bit, so their removal stopped working.
yeah.
Yeah, well, again, Singing Bell Strike is a tempo play, not a...
Not a hard answer. But in the deck that wants that, it's great.
If we have good removal spells for their guys and, like, tokens, I think we win.
Yeah.
'Cause it didn't look like they had super good answers to tokens. Like, Arc Lightning, sure, it sounds great, but...
Yo! Every color.
Well,
Every color, and
so we kill their first guy, and then...
is it
do
Chronarch
something
back?
at 5.
That's okay, because the one thing that's sort of like an oddity in this format is that, like, you know, in other formats, it's like, yes, their first creature, their 1 or 2 drop. In this format, their first creature is it's on 3. They played it on 3. Like, it's a Morph. Well, for them, it's Lightning Angel. It's Mantis Rider, but
We'll draw a Morph.
we have enough of them. Or okay, so that's...
No, we drew 1, 2, 3, 4. One more land and Singing Bell Strike. We got turns off. It's fine. You don't want any more than that.
Ooh, all right.
Okay, we have a play on. We don't. Okay, we can hold that Tranquil Cove for 4 and still do everything we want.
Okay,
I don't know that we want to debilitating injury the Leading Master.
when we have Hordling Outburst, like, just waiting to
Right.
to kill it, like, that seems...
Right? Like, we take 2, and then we play the Outburst, and they can't attack anymore.
Right, they have to pay 3 to jump in.
Right.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Cove down.
Like, look, we just gained 2 life. We fog his first attack by playing lands.
That's another part of this format, is the like power of...
Yeah, these lands slow the format down single-handedly.
You know, we
Okay, they got their jump mana.
Hey, we found a better creature to kill.
Yeah. Do I want that dead? Do I want Hordling Outburst?
Hoarding up, it's
Outburst
stops.
spends more mana, makes them pay mana for their...
Yeah, I think the Outburst is better. Let's get a forward board. We talked about how, like, these tokens are not easy for them to answer.
Like, they have one card. I believe they only have one card that answers it cleanly.
All right. We also have to be a little wary with Sultai Scavenger. Don't remove, like, the cards that I'm going to be... Okay, sweet.
All right.
I'm quite happy about that, because it means I can just Debilitating Injury.
Yep.
Scout,
Basically uncontested.
Makes our Sultai Scavenger cost 4.
Yep. Well, again, with Warden, I don't want to remove all of these. That's... Like, especially Debilitating Injury, I don't think that I want to be removing that card when I could pick it up and replay it pretty simply.
It'll work out okay, because we're going to Suspension Field their Mantis Rider, but they've boarded in Erase.
Ha.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's go ahead and answer their flyer.
And then leave one goblin back to make them spend mana.
Correct. I agree with that
Okay.
line. Like, we could attack for 3 to be, like, outracing them, but I really like making our opponent waste these resources.
They're at 21, so does that actually erase them if they do anything? Like that? Because if we don't leave a goblin back, they can...
If we
spend
were
their mana.
a Trumpet Blast deck, then I could get behind it. Like, attack out. But maybe we just told them we don't have one.
Yeah.
It's partially a lie, because we do have the special land. But
And we also have Act of Treason, which is sort of like a German blast. So
Yeah, I'm pretty happy here too, because like we don't like the thing is that our race, as it were. I want our opponent to jump Leaping Master, and then attack for 2, and then we attack for 3 and play Mardu Rough Rider and pass.
ooh,
Wow.
that's like jumping
Well,
their Leaping Master, except
yeah.
it draws them a card.
Yeah, that's a bit hungry, is what I'm hearing.
And we're looking for another land, which means Goblin next turn might be chumping Leaping Master due to a Weapon Master. I don't know.
What? How did they get that down in that amount of time?
Okay.
Seeker of the Way.
So no attacks anymore. We just play Rough Rider and.
Not just pick up the debilitating injury.
Yeah, do we want Warden of the Eye or Rough Rider here, I guess is the question.
Like, do we want to kill Seeker of the Way, I guess is the question.
I think we kind of do.
Because it can gain
The
life.
prowess on the prowess on that is kind of scary.
Yeah, okay.
Double prowess.
Behold, our splash. We thought we were going to be in this color combination for half a second.
Really happy about just pick up our good removal. And debilitating injury, like even if they prowess, like that doesn't like this kills it.
Yeah,
Saves it
end
for,
of
like,
turn, state-based action.
Yep. And Alabaster Kieran is good at stopping the Leaping Master, so
Yeah.
happy about that. Hopefully we draw, I guess, untapped land, which
The way they've been trying to race us down, I do think they have a big old fireball finisher.
yeah, something like that, or it might not be fireball finisher, but I absolutely believe Arrow Storm is in their 40, right? Like,
No, I don't think it's Aerostorm. Oh my god, I just figured that out.
oh, do they have the
The flying crane
flying
technique.
crane technique? Yeah. 2 cards left in hand. So
Jankiest overrun.
Okay, they leap the master. And do they attack with the secret? They don't.
no. So here's what I think this is, and we get to do a dumb play around it. I believe our opponent has a copy of Cancel in their hand.
Okay. So when they cancel our debilitating injury, we get to suppression field their guy because
Yes.
he's prowessed. I like it.
Ooh, also very happy about that swamp draw, because if they don't do that, then I get Sultai Scavenger here. But I'm not going to tell them that. So let's, actually, no, I will.
Tap our inferior lands. Yeah, Mountain can definitely.
Yep.
Throw 1 red card in hand that we cannot play.
So, like, canceling this would be a really good outcome for us, because we get to suppression field it, and then, like, attack in for a good chunk. If they just let it die, and we get Scavenger, also, there's a lot of good outcomes here.
Is there an outcome where we end up playing Alabaster Kieran?
I don't think so. At least not yet.
I feel like Sultai Scavenger is the better version of that.
I just trade Vigilance for a point of power. We get to attack for 6.
I mean, the reason that I would want Alabaster Kieran here is it spends all our mana.
Mhm.
It's a similar block right now, and it's going to always be a block. And Sultai Scavenger could get cheaper later.
If, like, more things get removed
Yeah.
off the board.
Right, if they
If
like
they-
block our 3/3 or kill Alabaster Kieran or
Plus, if they do have cancel and they didn't care about
Delve means you can exile cards from your grave to make it cheaper by 1 per card. So this costs 6, but we can play it for 4.
a mechanic first introduced in Future Sight
Future Sight.
Yeah.
with Death Rattle and Tombstalker.
Mhm.
I'm going to go with the Kieran because I think it's the weaker play, and I feel like they actually do have a cancel up their sleeve.
If they did, like, if they were okay, like, trading their 2-drop for our 2-drop, and, like, they wanted to, maybe they
Okay.
just don't have anything.
Oh yeah, Logic Knot.
And Logic Knot.
Man.
And Logic Knot
And-
is...
Good.
Yeah, good old Logic Knot, Death Rattle, Tombstalker. It's-
And Tombstalker was the king of those for, like, a fair while. Got outclassed by Gurmag Angler in most circumstances.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah.
Sad.
Logic Knot still sees a fair amount of play. Like, basically every control deck plays, like, 1 copy of it in Modern.
Yep.
What? Really?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it is.
Oh my
It is a
God.
card that still sees play in Modern as like
That's
a generally blue hard counter.
they finally
Hey!
found it.
3 in, 3
4
out.
turns later, they answer our goblins.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Gurmag Angler is all over.
I disagree with that line, by the way. I think they should have attacked with Leaping Master first.
Yeah, because we block, and then like
Yeah,
we
they could
totally
take out
block.
Alabaster Kieran and 2 goblin tokens.
Yes.
So,
Yeah,
mhm.
yeah, Gurmag
I guess
Angler all
they
over.
still lose their Leaping Master. Maybe they're afraid of that. Maybe they don't have creatures anymore, you guys.
Ooh. Yeah, they're doing right. They're playing a Jeskai deck. Their deck has 4 creatures.
Yeah.
Great.
But yeah, Gurmag Angler played all over Legacy. I don't know about Vintage, but all over Legacy and all over Modern.
Yeah, the Gurmag Angler is a extremely played card in almost every format that has like cards that go to the graveyard, which is just
Fetch lands.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey!
they ran out of stuff somehow.
yeah. Well, that's good. They did mold a 6. I'm wondering what they're like. Could they have had like maybe a splash like us where they're off a color and it's like I just needed a swamp to dead drop you, you know, like that sort of thing. Or,
No, I really do think they had like flying crane technique in their hand.
yeah.
And they just like they couldn't get enough creatures on the board for it to be the big old like
All
murder
right.
board that they wanted.
On
So
to
do
the next.
So do either of you know the actual reason that in Legacy they almost always play Gurmag Angler over Tassiger the Golden Fang?
That's a really good question.
It's a land
You kind of
that taps for white.
Oh,
Wait,
Caracas.
Caracas?
Yeah.
Caracas.
What?
You
That's
empty
not
your
a
great.
that's not a real reason.
Well, you because DT is all over the place, and if you like empty your graveyard to play your Tassiger, and then your opponent Caracas is it, and you cannot cast it anymore.
I mean, I guess. Yeah, sadly we are not the Goblin Slide deck, and we have a hard question in front of us.
I think the answer is
Yeah, because this is also on the draw too.
okay. We don't. Here's why I think this is a mulligan.
Okay.
If we fail to draw land in 2 draw steps, which is not, which is
3 draw
kind of
steps.
like, which is kind of like 50-50.
3 draw steps, but sure.
Okay, but like, so we have to draw a land in 3 draw steps, or we're just dead in the water. And if we do draw a land, we have 2 cards we can play. It's Act of Treason, we're not playing for a long time.
Yeah, I was gonna say the fact that I'm on the draw means I'm keeping this because if I were on the play, I would not. Because like again, as you said, the math on that on 2 is like a lot worse. I'm also a fan of having like major colors here.
Yeah, we do have our fixing lands. Okay.
Aha!
Hello.
What if the land
It's
is not
coming
a
back
land?
around. When is a land not a land?
Hey!
No.
Altar of the Brood.
Oh.
Okay,
Altar of the Brood.
that was part of a combo deck back in the day.
Oh, I love it.
So, okay, we're not going to draw a land, but we are going to draw Soul Tie Scavenger.
Yeah, we need to move our second Soul Tie Scavenger into the main immediately. So the thing is, like, yeah, they might be able to mill us, but like, oh my god, what is my opponent doing? What is going on here?
They just decided to play all their rares and uncommons.
Gasp!
A
They
Morph,
took our
sure,
land.
that's fine. If they didn't play Altar of the Brood, we wouldn't have. Oh no, our blue source.
They stacked our deck. Somehow they knew.
Yep.
Act of Treason.
Yeah, that's the card that doesn't do enough here. Okay. I'm interested in their 4th color. Like, is that real? Is this something? Are they just like what's their color combination here? Okay.
Another morph.
There's secret plans.
Okay.
Ooh, the secret plans.
All right. I don't. Now the question is, how longer do I stay in this game? Because at this point, I don't believe that we have like quick lines that get us back out of this. Like how many cards do you now this is your question from earlier on the information line.
It's like
Well, sure, but like we can win the board back by playing a 3/3.
Next turn, they can flip up a morph into a 2/2 beater.
Yeah.
If we like,
We're
okay,
kinda
we draw
far behind.
land gets us like Bloodfire Expert to try to block a morph.
I'm gonna discard a banner because I don't think that's any real information.
Yeah.
I want to know more about my opponent. I'm willing to stick it out to see a little bit more out of them. Perhaps a.
Because like at the we get to know what their morphs are. At the end of the game,
Yeah,
every morph gets flipped
Oh,
up.
that's true.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like Crackledoom just gets their worst creature. It's a little sad.
Well, it's always their best creature if they flip one up, you know. Okay. I think let's go ahead and take the looking at their morphs line.
Sure.
Kintree Warden.
Sage Eye Harrier and Monastery Flock. These are all creatures you play to fill out your deck.
Whoa.
All right. I want
think they
to.
are secret plans.
Yeah, they got to be secret plans. Or what's the other one? Path of Mystery. That'd
So,
be a reason to splash green.
Sultai Scavenger 2 has to come in if we're against an opponent that's literally playing Alter the Damn Brood at us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's that card called? Trail of Mystery.
Yeah, Trail of Mystery is the one that's like when you flip up a morph, you give it +2/+2, and then.
So do we have any? Both of those are enchantments. So do we have anything that sorts that out?
No.
We didn't
Sadly.
pick up a Naturalize.
Right.
Or
Well,
erase, I guess.
Erase, yeah.
So yeah, as is mentioned, the way the morphs work is that as a sort of a like anti-cheating measure, you have to reveal morphs at the end of a game to make sure you didn't put an island face down to kill your opponent as a bluff.
Which is funny because the next set lets you put an island face down as a morph, but not as a bluff, as a direct action.
I think.
Yeah, they got to be secret plans and Trail of Mystery, right?
I'm gonna flip out the Alabaster Kieran and call that good.
Okay. Let's draw lands and spells.
In combination, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
This looks pretty beautiful to me.
Yeah, I'm good on this. I like having the Scavenger against the opponent who's literally gonna alter the Brutus. Right? Like.
What if they only do that game one?
Oh wow, and they get
That
us.
was their information play, right?
Yeah, and they get us to board in this Sultai Scavenger.
Yep.
Okay, for everyone who did not read what Tomb of the Spirit Dragon does, because no one ever would, it's 2 tap, gain 1 life for each colorless creature you control. So yes, they are displaying as many Grey Ogres as possible. Get the panty down.
Yeah. Morph.
I want my pony back ribs.
Well, it costs 6 on the front end, right?
Yeah.
Goblin sauce.
So I would have to like either Arrow Storm a dang morph or like just morph this down are my 2 real options on the turn.
I think making a morph is just fine. Like they attack their morph in, we can make goblins to block it. And
Well, I mean,
their goblin.
they get to attack before we have mana to do that.
I mean, like,
yeah.
I mean, later, but their morph probably sucks, so it probably can't dance with the 2/2, you know.
Well, yeah, but that means we don't want to trade our morph for their morph because our morph is awesome.
Yo, sure. I'm glad I've got Arrow Storm to murder the hell out of this. Vigilance, Lifelink, Haste. All right, that gets murdered.
They're gonna eat their morph.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Like, yeah, they could eat it for haste if they wanted to hit me a little harder, but.
As I was wondering. Anyways, I did not say to block their morph with ours, Kaz. I was saying that later we could flip our morph to block theirs, thinking they're playing it as Grey Ogre for their synergies.
Okay.
That's what I was saying.
Okay.
I didn't know if I was articulating myself.
Yeah, like, well, when you start talking about plans, I feel like you're talking about immediate plans, like no matter what's going on, right? Because like we're solving the board state in front of us, we're taking the turn that we have, and unless we explicitly state otherwise, maybe that other stuff comes down later.
I am often talking about like a turn or two.
I believe I'm going to debilitating injury the morph they play here.
And the player first morphs first is the classic idea.
And then...
Hey! That could have been a good one against us, actually.
Somebody subbed to you.
Oh.
Birdhead subbed at the beginning of this.
Thank you very much, Saba. I appreciate it. And I didn't see the... I missed Burnheads. I appreciate both of them, though. Thank you very much for the sub. I hope they, like, pre-combat a spell so I can just make some goblins to block a morph with.
That's our plan.
That'd be cool. Like, I don't think we're not flipping our guy.
Yeah.
This turn.
The question is, like, am I blocking this with 2 goblins? Or am I just accepting it and then attacking them back with a bunch of goblins?
Yeah, I think we're attacking back.
Yeah, but they're going to play a 2-2.
Most of their morphs were junky, but what if this one isn't?
I'm going to force it.
Okay. Can their morph beat 3 power and toughness?
I'm not even going to go...
I think triple blocking is a mistake, no matter what.
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
That's strange they didn't morph that up.
Yeah, that was going to be...
They must have a 6 they like? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, just a big creature.
That's pretty big.
That fits with a 6 they like as a place to be. Jeskai Student and Sultai Scavenger. What do I want to keep down here? Aerostorm?
We could just pitch both and plan to pick up Portling Outburst.
Well, there's no reason to pitch both. There's absolutely no reason to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, then I guess
I would keep the injury in, actually, because that's more likely to be castable on a turn where we like play the guy, pick it up, and cast it right away.
Aerostorm could kill...
Aerostorm will never do that.
He could kill the aerialist, but it could also fail to kill the aerialist.
Right.
That's kind of short-sighted because we don't have the guy in our hand who picks it up,
Or even
he could be on the bottom of the damn deck.
Or even the...
Yeah, and we don't have a blue source to play it either. So that requires a lot to go in our favor before we can even answer the guy who's right in front of us right this second.
I guess that is what was another consideration is one of them was also Lava Axe, if like that happens.
Another... Okay, yeah.
Oh my god.
A good morph.
Yeah, so this is the other side of the morph deck is that, like, once they hit this where it's like all colors all on, they're just playing haymakers at us, which is a good place to be. We get to cycle our banner at the end step. Ooh.
Ooh, a Rough Rider.
No, I like that.
Yeah, he competes with everything on board right now.
Yeah.
And could let us, like, start attacking.
I think we at least want to chip in for 3.
Yeah, in the air.
Certainly.
Yeah, agreed.
We ain't blocking.
And this thing tramples, so I can't just, like, throw Goblin in front of it or something like that.
Yeah.
2 cards left in opponent's hand. They still have a lot of land. That's good. I think I'm going to try to trade with that Snowhorn Rider, with the Mardu Rough Rider.
Okay.
Seems fair.
Yeah, and they don't want to try to block with it because, we can just make that not happen.
Yeah.
Okay, any trick kills us.
I don't think they have room in their deck for tricks.
Well,
like with what they're playing.
I grant you, but like this is an opponent who can play anything they really wanted.
That's very true, including Sultai Flare. That's a great card.
Okay. Yeah, this card's really good. Ooh. Leaping Master is interesting because it means I could, like, actually jump up and double block in a scenario. Might have to do that, honestly.
Yeah, with our word 8. They gain 4 life when they...
Yeah, because they gain 4 life on anything's death.
That's okay. Like, we still have all this. And we can
And we have an
cycle our
extra.
banner at some point. Like,
Yeah, so we.
So I guess I just play Leaping Master pass.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Don't hold 'em
obvious
at home.
the obvious issue with the play is the
Sigh, yes.
Yeah,
If they play a spell, then suddenly we cannot.
yes.
And we get blown out by anything. Just like we would have gotten blown out by anything last turn, and they didn't.
Right. That's not a
People like obligingly play down their like land and then morph, and then we won't have to worry about it.
Okay,
They'll for some reason do this pre-combat.
Yeah, I'm going to rephrase my previous assessment. I don't think our opponent has many instants in their deck.
Yeah, and me mentioning that was I'm clearly still making the play. Was more just a like, hey, this is something that could occur, but this play is something we need to do in order to
Yeah,
win.
guys,
so.
this is how you blow us out.
You don't have an instant.
Cool.
Your deck can't handle those.
Ah,
You've
cool.
got all your bad creatures.
All right.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of wiggle room being at 8 life. Cool.
All right. I think Master of Pearls is going to be the way we win this game.
Certainly a tasty way to win.
Because
No, that's the problem with Master of Pearls. Every time we first picked it, we never found it. Like, we never drew the dude.
Ask us about not drawing our first picks. Our very, very cool Recurring Nightmare deck. Not starring Recurring Nightmare. So you just have these bad creatures.
I want to draw Rough Rider as well here. It would be really, really nice. Anyway, we can stack this banner to draw a card.
Do you know that banners have more text than just like tap for mana? It's cool. They're kind of good.
All right. One card in hand, and they've been holding that one all game, so... All right, there's our blue.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, more. But we get to go to 9 on this blue.
Yep. Well, man, that was a joke we should have made. Recurring Nightmare, but I haven't even had it once.
Oh, yikes.
Holy smokes, we are both on the, like, infinite land zone. Okay!
Wait, toughness 3 or greater. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, it works.
I was confused because Silk Wrap is the opposite way.
Okay.
Converted mana costs
You know.
3 or less.
This one works. It's a good draw.
That's good.
Get the beats in.
Plus, it doesn't kill it, so they don't gain the life.
Yeah. Ooh, oh, what the hell is
You're
this?
kidding. What?
9, 10.
Mind swipe for the win. Yeah!
Mind swipe for 9!
Darth Helmet wins again.
Volcano! Blowout!
That card is so bad. That card is so bad. And
That rules.
to it.
That rules. We can't pay it.
Cannot pay 9.
Oh, that's excellent. I am. That's a beautiful way to just get crushed by. I love it.
Oh, okay. So Mind Swipe isn't Ristic. You still take the damage even if you pay.
Oh yeah, it's a fireball. Yeah. Like
I was thinking, what if it was like Ristic counterspell, where if they pay, you don't even get the damage.
The best part there is that even if they had a like oh man, they needed so many lands on that. It's really good.
We were destined to lose that game. This is a mulligan.
Well, it does have the Master of Pearls.
Oh, I didn't even see the monastery.
Yeah, the Mystic Monastery is a land.
And 2 plays.
Because it didn't have a border, like a land border, I thought that was a spell not going to lie. And black is our tertiary color.
Well, more importantly, again, this is us on the draw, and I'm not gonna like, oh no, it didn't work last time, so I should make a different play this time when the odds are in my favor. That's not how that works.
Right.
You make I kept the 2-lander hoping for the 3rd last time. I will keep the 2-lander hoping for the 3rd this time when we're on the draw and have top 5. So they could like just slam into some sort of like crazy delve on 3 here.
Oh wait, this is the new mechanic coming up, right?
Yeah,
yes.
This is Surveil.
This is Surveil 5 is the text of this card, I guess.
Oh wow, they got rid of
Forests. Wow, they got rid of Tuskguard Captain?
Yeah, they got rid of Tuskguard Captain? That card's first pickable.
They're going into some sort of, okay, they put 2 on top. They've got to have some sort of like, here comes Tygob, or something like that, where it's like, oh, hey, how's it going?
I was just gonna play the guy that we've been talking about.
Tesker, yeah.
No, not
That makes-
Tasker.
Gurmag
Angler, the better
Gurmag Angler.
Tasker.
Yeah, the better Tasker. It makes me really want to draw a removal spell, because Tygon Scheming does not replace itself.
Yeah, that's a -1 to do it. It's a mono red, effectively. Is I think the way they're playing is that's a +4 to some future spell.
Right.
Which means if we can cleanly answer whatever they use with it, it's a 2-for-1.
Yeah, currently we cannot. Oh.
Okay. This is the sort of defensive plays you get in this format where you...
I have a feeling we're going to body check them and then morph down Mother of Pearls would be a better name for that card.
Mother of Pearls. So the kind of drawback to that particular wall is that it can't hold off more than one creature having 0 power. Like, even if it were just a 1/5, you'd be able to, like, oh man, I can't attack into this with my goblins. It's probably why he gets to cost, like, 2 instead of, 3 or more.
Oh, that looks like that had 2 damage on it for a moment.
Okay, what do you... Gurmag Angler is not Fate Reforged.
I thought, like...
What?
I thought it was.
Oh, it is.
Okay, Hooting Mandrills is definitely in.
Yeah.
So I get to do that.
Like, I thought it was Gurmag Angler was in that one, and I wanted to say Tasker was this one, but...
Tasker
that has no text.
Oh, no! The murder monster!
Man,
Guys, we can't win anymore.
who would have thought that we could not keep... When they made, like, all these sets of the same freaking block, who would have thought we would get confused? Especially when they have the same cards in them with slightly different art.
Okay, but, like... We're not, point stands, there are delve creatures. They could easily have a large man for very cheap.
Odd that they haven't.
Yeah, they just played Index. They got rid of some really good green card.
Like, shit, I would almost play it right here.
All right.
Card quality a little.
Do you want to trade?
The thing is, no. Like, I get to play Alabaster Kieran next turn. That just...
Yeah.
So we're taking 2 damage now to make sure that...
That's fine.
Yeah.
We all know that I'm a proponent of spending your life total.
Well, yeah, but like, I think the real answer here is that we have our Trumpet Blast on board, and being able to keep more creatures around is going to be beneficial for us for that reason.
Right.
Oh no, we drew a reason that would have been okay to trade, but we have some cards that are going to go into the graveyard. It's fine.
Look, maybe they'll play Altar of the Brood and Millis like that other opponent.
Maybe they'll Arc Lightning, and then we'll make a 3/3 flyer.
Yeah. I'm very glad that this is not Fate Reforged in here because of a lot of the rares and in that set being just like, oh, whoops. Happy to have Aerostorm here because like that Morph is probably the 3/4 looter. But they're not on 5th land.
The Abomination of Goo. We can attack. We can't. Master of Pearls flips up for 4, but
It's
Is it?
it's 5.
5?
It's 5.
oh, it's 5. Okay,
Because it can be a morph.
I can almost kind of read the text through the wizard eyes.
I did that.
Uh-oh.
I did that. I'm trying to improve it.
Okay.
Maybe that's better.
Let's take a look.
It's almost exactly the same.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm getting a similar thing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
Okay.
Do not worry.
We'll live. Like, we can look up cards. It's fine.
I do have Gatherer open.
Okay, we get Hordling Outburst here. And we do have the ability to just go on in with Master of Pearls next turn for a lot of damage if we want to go that route. Are they countering
Oh
this?
boy, they've got they got
Weave!
Fate. Got Inspiration.
All right.
Got read the hieroglyphs.
Okay.
They got read the bird reads jar.
Mhm.
That's what Weave Fate is.
Okay, they found their land.
You mean put cons on Arena so that it would have a better draft format than the ones they have? They have like one okay draft format.
I have
And
yet
you
to
get it-
draft in that.
And you get it once a month.
That sounds like not enough drafting.
Well, like the other 3 weeks of the month, you get other draft formats.
Oh, reach,
Oh,
huh?
jeez.
Long shot squad. We're probably going to fireball that.
I honestly think my next turn is just...
Full court press.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. And then once they put mana into the squad, we can then decide.
Or I could choose not to. I could just attack with Alabaster Kieran, play Mardu Rough Rider, then full court press.
If we draw land, I like that play, especially if we cycle Defiant Strike for a damage. That still lets us play the Martyr Rough Rider.
Like just attacking in with Alabaster Kieran for 3 instead of 2.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think if we're not full court pressing, we want to use Arrow Storm to kill Longshot Archer, right? Or
I think I'm actually okay with them activating it one time because it'll be tapped, have 4 toughness, then we can blast it, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Waste their mana.
Sure.
Ogre.
What if there's like a black spell that adds a +1/+1 counter that I don't remember?
I'll check.
I feel.
Won't we be embarrassed?
I feel quite confident that doesn't exist. Like, playing around, playing for information.
Yeah.
Playing around phantoms. Oh, I don't want to play.
Okay. I'm not trying. God, why have I been getting the least charitable read about everything that I've said over the last month? I really think that it's starting to pile up on me. I can stop like suggesting nonsense if it's not entertaining anymore. Yeesh.
I'm sorry. I'll.
All right.
What do they got? Rite of the Serpent. To kill our big man.
Okay. That's 5 in, 6 out.
Good God. When you absolutely need something dead.
Sorcery speed.
Make a snake if it had a 1/1 counter on it.
Yeah.
Did we just time walk our opponent?
Ahem.
Got him.
Okay, what is...
God. Watch them do the same, but like second right.
Rite of the Serpent, yeah.
Okay, not going to cycle the Defiant Strike?
No, because I can do it on the turn where I need to.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it on the actual like kill turn. Because that lets me like kill Archer's Parapet with the +1 if I need to or something like that. Because we have 6, we don't need to spend it. We also have triple white, so I can flip the Master of Pearls and play the Defiant Strike. What I want is for them to activate that long shot squad and then like pass.
Or like make a morph.
Hey, there's
the payoff. The payoff is finally here, and they left up 5 for unflipping their morph.
Why did they?
It's the blue or black one.
Why did they tap this green?
There's the auto tap.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I can get you. I can get you. Gotta watch out for that auto tap.
Wait, Outlast is sorcery, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, So they wanted to leave a double blue for the cancel that they have in hand, I guess.
I'm just going with this button.
Yeah. That looks like a good button.
And let's make
He
sure
doesn't get to block.
Morph can't block in case it's glacial thingy.
I think it's the blue 4/5.
Yeah, glacial.
Yeah.
I forget the name.
Stalker?
But I agree.
I thought Glacial Stalker was a... Well, anyway. It's blue and it costs... It has 4 or 5 stats on the back end, I think.
Glacial something. But yes, I agree. That's what I expected that card to be as well.
Oop.
It is Glacial stuff.
What are they doing?
My brain remembered.
They're turning their land sideways for a purpose.
Unmorph the Morph.
And they're not doing it as a ploy because the mana
Hey! Dead on.
Cool, it still can't block?
Yeah, like, that doesn't change the nature.
Well, the Morph couldn't block, but the Stalker that it now is also can't block.
Okay, they block that.
Yep.
So your ploy
We
of
actually
keeping the
do.
Defiant Strike worked.
Oh my god.
Glacial Stalker was okay.
This is like
Woolly
the first time in
Loxodon-
history that like Master of Pearls has ever done anything. Watch this shit.
No. Glacial Stalker was okay. Woolly Loxodon was stupid.
Woolly Loxodon is the dumbest thing.
Wait, Woolly Loxodon.
That's
Is that
the
the like
6/7.
biggest one? The 6/7?
Mhm. That's
Are you
the
kidding? That guy is awesome.
Yeah, it's dumb. I hate that card.
Oh, well, okay. We both agree that he's dumb, but I
Yeah.
love that about him.
all right.
and
So
you hate that.
for it looks like lethal. I'm just gonna actually hold.
Yeah, wrong one.
Yeah, just make sure to kill their wall.
Gotta kill their wall
Yeah.
and them.
It's the still had all these.
Yeesh.
Perfect. Okay. What do we know about our opponent? They do have like the scavenger payoff. I'm very confused as to like the nature of the Taigam scheming though. Like
They needed a 23rd and they picked a bad card instead of a
They
land.
might have been hoping that they get a faster. I don't know.
yeah,
I mean,
I
That,
guess
that seems really weird.
It was a misclick.
to
and like I
rephrase, yeah, to rephrase. I guess I'm not as confused as to why you might include it, but why'd they discard the 2/3?
Yeah, maybe they had another play on 3, which was a morph. They
Yeah,
misclicked.
they're 4/5.
And because the resolution of the spell only lets you, like, the cards go in your graveyard as soon as you choose them, so you can't undo it.
Oh, you click and then whoops.
Oh. All right.
let's
Well,
run
then
it
they
back.
figured they didn't need the forests because they just got rid of their cool green guy. I see.
I don't think we have. Do we have
Oh
any
no,
changes?
they're gonna. Yeah. They're gonna fix that interface once that card becomes surveil. It'll change to be better.
Like, it'll go into a temporary zone and then
Mhm.
to your graveyard.
Yeah.
Mm.
This looks like a perfectly keepable hand.
Yeah.
We
No.
have four sources of mana, 2 cycling cards.
Some morphs.
Yep. You get to throw down like that weapon master or
Yeah,
something like
apparently no
that.
plays on 2. So I kind of want Morph on 3 rather than Banner.
Agreed. Like we don't like morphing up pearls is cool, but we don't have a board to go with it. So like,
Right.
well, what's the point?
Our opponent has no.
Does that
Refuges.
change the math on?
Suddenly, I like Banner on 3 a little more.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What if we just ramp to 5 and
Like-
force them to have some cool removal spell for our tall man?
we
who
saw
can
Rite of
call
the Serpent
them
costs 6.
Yeah, so we would get a turn with the Rough Rider before the snake descended. Unless they miss a land
Oh.
drop. And we've got removal too.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
that feels
Oh, this is
nasty.
gonna be good. Formulating a new plan.
Yep. Calculating,
What if the left half of our hand is not real? If we don't
Recal-
have it at all?
recalculating.
Okay, 8 cards in hand. No, they wanted to
Ooh.
delve, which is the
Oh.
same as playing land, except in the future, but you can only spend it once. Wait, no, that's a terrible plan.
But they're playing Lotus Petals, which
A treasure token.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
A future
Ugh.
treasure token for only 1 spell. They're off blue, but honestly, off blue isn't the biggest thing. Off 3 is the biggest thing because you can't morph.
So
Wait.
the Rough Rider.
Alright. Want to make him concede by playing a card?
Let's see if we
There's,
get. Let's see if that's it. This would be the card too, all right? Like
Our
that's,
first real play is on 4, whereas yours will not be until 8.
because like a
Hey,
morph.
to be fair, we could have played things on 2. You know?
Yeah, I could have played Master of Pearls as a bear.
Yeah, but that card may as well not have a casting cost.
Yeah, frankly.
Okay.
Hey, Tusky.
Yep, he's not going to block.
Yeah.
For multiple reasons.
Sweet. You get to play Bloodfire plus Master down.
I like that a lot. And if they make a second creature, we can get Tusky out of the way.
Yep.
And then that pumps Bloodfire. Oh my god.
Yeah.
They're just they're gone.
They're blasted away by missing land drops.
Yeah, and that's
Really, it's like that game we lost.
Yeah, very similar, except we didn't play Alter.
God, our opponent
we
played
made
Alter the
reasonable
Brutus.
plays.
Wait, that was this opponent?
No, that was not
No.
this opponent. But like that
No,
happened.
we got destroyed by that galaxy-brained idiot.
Yeah, we got killed by Darth Helmet. Yeah.
They swiped our minds, and that's why we can't remember it.
Yeah,
Yep,
spirit captured.
memory erased.
Hmm.
Can't remember.
Okay.
Morph.
So in this case, I do like suspension field on Tusker, and
Maybe even suspension on the Morph.
can't.
Yeah, 3 toughness.
Oh right, yeah.
This is the one.
Again,
This is the other one, not
Silk
that one.
wrap is the other way around.
Right. It is.
Arrgh.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Magic is confusing. It has 18,000 cards. Don't like.
And as we mentioned, these two were like designed to be similar, but like
They were in the same block, like
and
opposite
alternate
side.
universes. What if history had turned out a different way? Oh, now the glacial stalker is the same, or the mountain yeti is the same, except he has a dragon in the background.
Wait, what card is Rick Moranis? Because I do like Rick Moranis a lot.
also I'm
What I thought. Mind swipe. You had
Yeah, Darth Helmet.
Helmet. Yeah.
In the yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you got your play points back.
God, that was we murdered them.
we played our trumpet blast and our opponent conceded. Who would have imagined?
Yep. So yeah, Cons of Tarkir. I
God,
this is a hell of a format,
that felt like lightning fast for a league.
right?
Well, yeah, the leagues go faster than like if this was like an
2-0,
8-4.
02, 2-0.
No. I agree.
Magic.
I agree with you in that usually the league streams, even with like normal, it's like 2+.
Yeah, because we played 6 games of Magic. Usually you play like 8 or 9.
Yeah, but the games are also lightning fast because we got
Right.
either owned or destroyed our opponent very quickly.
They were lightning fast, but nothing happened until turn 4. It's amazing. It's one of the reasons why Cons of Tarkir is a special format for special people.
I love this format because it's one of the only formats where you can do what we did, where it's like, well, how many colors are you playing?
3 splash the 4th.
3 splash the 4th, and it's like, oh, that's real. Yeah, that makes sense. So
You could do that in. No, you played 2 splashing 3rd in RTR full block.
yeah. Well, all right. God, like that was quick. Do we just want to do another? Is that?
Yeah,
You got
The-
your refund.
the sugary run back.
Yeah, let's have.
You want to run it back, but you're not mad about it. I think
that's called every time I've ever played. I don't like. I have this. I very rarely get angry about a thing. I usually get annoyed at myself for making a mistake. Like
Right.
but like, it's like you went you.
I don't think we've made any mistakes this time around. Honestly, I can,
Yeah.
There was
like-
one point where like we could have made a different set of blocks on the 5/5 that could have resulted in us being at a higher life total, so we don't die to mind swipe 12 years later.
well,
Yeah.
like that. Hold on, that 5/5 had trample though. I don't think there really was one, right? Unless we put like a second creature in front of it. For
Yeah,
this.
we
At all.
Even like a goblin token for.
have to ask to right.
I don't. That's asking a lot.
So
I'm not willing to like.
all right. Oh, thank you for the bits.
Actually,
The cake.
I guess we could have pretty painlessly put
All right.
this guy student in that block, but
We'll think about it.
Yeah.
We'll think about it for later.
Okay.
Just, like, yeah, super block the guy so they can blow us out harder with their
put their combat trim.
row of
Yeah.
them, right?
All right, I'm gonna quick clip the video, and then we're gonna do another one of these. I'm not gonna take the stream down or anything. I'm just gonna clip this. So, if you're watching this on the VOD, thanks for watching. If you're watching this right now, also thanks for watching.